is a special Wednesday night edition of the Riddle and Riddle High School Hoops, presented by Crossroads Ford of Buick Wave Arena. The NAC 6 game of the year on a Wednesday night, postponed from a couple of weeks ago. The unbeaten teams in the NAC 6. Wakefield 4-0 against the defending state champion Rolesville Rams, 3-0 in conference play. Hello once again, everybody, and welcome. Patrick Keenis alongside Jason Halter and Dre. What a big one we have tonight, as what Nikita Warren has the Rams right now unbeaten in conference play again. They're taking on their big nemesis from Wakefield.
Well, these two rivals, this game means a lot to them. These are two of the best teams in the state. The NAC 6 race is probably going to come down to these two. It starts tonight, another game on Friday. But I expect this ball game to be outstanding. And there's a lot of talent in this game. Great coaches, we have it all.
Yeah, for sure. Both of these teams played last night. Again, this is rescheduled from the winter weather a couple of weeks ago. And as fate would have it, these teams meet again in 48 hours at Wakefield. Let's take a look at some of the key players we'll see tonight in this one, Jay.
Well, these are deep rosters. And starting with Wakefield, Madison McIntyre is a great defender. Her ability to create turnovers and really change the course of the game with her defense ability sets her apart. On the offensive side, she's a three-level scorer. She's got elite quickness getting into the paint area, and she'll distribute for her teammates, getting everybody involved, and she's a catalyst for her team. And over on the other side, for Rolesville, Caitlin Jones, going to Wake Forest, one of the top point guards in the country, and she is just outstanding with the ball in her hands. She creates for everybody, and she can break you down off the dribble, and her first step allows her to get around defenses, and everybody's tried to slow her down. There's no slowing her down. Nobody has found a solution. She's just an outstanding player that's got a bright future.
All right, Jay, let's get to the keys tonight for the game. What do you see?
For Wakefield, this is a deep roster. They want to go to their bench and really use everybody to try to wear down Rolesville, and then make sure you crash the boards, be physical, and limit the opportunities for the Rams on the glass. And over for Rolesville, creating turnovers. They want this to be an up-tempo game, play fast, and then finish in the fourth quarter is their focus area.
17 seniors combined on these two teams. Wakefield overall 13-3, 4-0 in conference play. There's Jason Lee, second-year head coach, special ed teacher at Wakefield High School. And meanwhile, the Rolesville Rams, 2024 4A state champs, the first ever state title in school history in any sport, delivered by Nikita Warren, now in her fourth year for the Rams. 10-6, 3-0 in conference play. Let's go to the center court for our national anthem. Well, Jay, this is one of those games across the conference you highlight, right? Wakefield, Rolesville, when do they meet? Well, they highlight it. They had to scribble it out a couple of weeks ago because of the weather, and now they finally get to it tonight. So they will go a heads up tonight, and again in Wakefield in 48 hours time. We kind of ran through the keys. Let's get to our starting lineups tonight, brought to you by Riddle and Riddle. When justice counts. You brought up McIntyre. How about the supporting cast for Wakefield?
Well, Bagwell's outstanding. She's big time, a great shooter. Sydney Conti is a shooter. Is a great defender as well. Allie Schaefer is outstanding from beyond the three-point line. Jay Hamilton, she's a scorer. This is a deep starting five for Wakefield. Everybody can hit you for 20 or more on any given night, and Jason Lee loves his starting five, loves his whole team, what they bring to the table.
All right, the Riddle and Riddle starting lineup now for the Rolesville Rams. Riddle and Riddle when justice counts. Caitlin Jones, who else is around her tonight?
Murchison, is a really good shooter. She can fill it up from the outside, get in the paint. Jones going to Wake Forest. Cameron Lee has height. She's a defensive enforcer. Gabrielle Matthews, another post player that can really make an impact down low, along with Kayla Bush. I mean, this is a group that's well-dimensional. They can play fast, they can slow it down, they can play at any speed.
Where is this game won tonight?
I think it's going to be the turnover margin, and can Wakefield protect the basketball? If they can protect the basketball, they've got a great opportunity to win. If Rolesville can win the turnover margin, that's going to be at their pace, and they're going to have a great shot to win this. But look at the turnovers in this ballgame.
Right, for Wakefield, they come in winners of 5 straight again. Each of these teams played last night. Wakefield beat Knightdale handily, and Rolesville barely broke a sweat in a 40-point win over Heritage. So here we go. Rolesville in the home white, Wakefield in the traveling blacks, and we are finally ready for tip-off, and away we go. 8:20 Eastern Time. It's like a Super Bowl pregame show we just witnessed here tonight. First shot is missed by Rolesville, and here come the Wakefield Wolverines.
Rolesville starting out in his zone defense. So showing a look here against Wakefield where they can shoot it from the outside. There's going to be some open opportunities in his zone defense.
Conti misfires out of the corner. Quickly the Rams in transition. And the bucket to Cameron Lee to open up play.
Excellent work from Lee running the floor. And Caitlin Jones, with her passing ability and vision, she gets it up quickly.
Madison McIntyre works the offense for Wakefield, wearing number 22. This is McIntyre, stumbles a bit, got a pass away to her teammate. A driving layup is missed by Hamilton. And now the Rams up the floor. Caitlin Jones, their star, first offensive touch right here, number 5. Dribble drive, hooks a pass through some fingertips. And on the run, it's recovered by Wakefield down the floor. Good fake by Bagwell and ties the game.
And Bagwell under control as the defense was on her shoulder, slowed down just enough. Got her feet underneath her, laid it in.
Oh, and getting behind the defense, a beautiful look to Gabrielle Matthews. And the dish from Murchison, 4-2 lead for Rolesville.
Patrick, that's a nice job from Rolesville, pushing the pace and keeping their eyes up, seeing an open teammate with an open lane to the hoop.
This is Conti. Conti, three-point threat. She is pleading for the ball in the near corner. Deflected pass, a steal by Caitlin Jones. Hangs, banks it a little bit too strong. Got her own miss. Second attempt is good. And the first point of the game for Jones.
Good job with numbers. Just continue to fight, attack the glass for Rolesville.
But already for the Wakefield Wolverine, Jason Lee has to be concerned. His team's not getting back in transition on defense. Hamilton lets her fly. First 3 of the game. Brought to you by Crossroads Ford of Fuquay Arena. The Ford store that gives you more.
And Hamilton, a 3-level scorer, college prospect, double digits on the season, knocks it in, and that's the threat that Wakefield brings, is their 3-point shooting ability.
And good work on the inside, tying up that drive. Madison McIntyre forces the alternating possession back to Wakefield. 3 years ago, this Wakefield Wolverines women's team was 0-10 in conference play. They won 3 games all year. Jason Lee in his debut season last year went 21-7, 8-2 in the conference. He has turned this program on its ear.
Just amazing. And a couple years ago, young players, and these players have grown together. And just watching them gel, play as one, and continue to have outstanding season, stacking them back to back. This program is at a level where one of the best in the state, and that's why this rivalry is so big between the state championship Rams and a Wakefield program that's right there in the same conference.
Yeah, Jason is a tremendously successful AAU coach as well, DB Elites. And that's why a lot of these players and these coaches kind of come across each other, not just in months November through March, on the high school season. They come across each other, intersecting in the AAU circuit a lot in the summertime. One more free throw coming from the Original Grills free throw line. Original Grills, elevate your game. Couple of free throws knocked down by Jaya Hamilton. 7-6 Wolverines. On the baseline. Second crack too strong. Wakefield a tough rebound. And they drew the foul.
As Bagwell down low, being physical. That's the important aspect, is boxing out. As Rolesville is trying to attack the offensive glass. There you just see the contact, both players fighting for it. McIntyre had position.
First foul on Cameron Lee. Wolverines with their first lead of the game, now in possession. Up the floor with McIntyre. McIntyre working against Murchison. McIntyre, nice flash, scoops it with some English.
And that's a great cut from McIntyre. Started off with Conti passing the ball, moving on the perimeter over to Hamilton, and then finding McIntyre slashing towards the hoop.
Well, we were hoping the crowd would stick around, and they have here tonight. Get a foul on the dribble drive. This will be the first foul against Wakefield in the game. Goes on Bagwell. Busy night of basketball inside this Rams gymnasium. Third game over the last 4 hours or so. Rowe will back it up. Tosses underneath. Nice catch. Quick double comes. And another tie-up by the Wolverines' interior defense. McIntyre got her hands on that one again.
In the open, we talked about her offensive ability as well as her defensive ability, and here is showing it. She comes over, help defense, triple team, getting the jump ball.
Caitlin Jones works on McIntyre, one of the top defenders you'll find in the state. Jones got an extra step and gets it off glass.
She's so quick. She can break down a defense, getting into the lane at a high level.
Man by the Rams. McIntyre weaving, got her own miss. Tough angle here, and no dice. Cameron Lee the rebound. We'll try to reclaim the lead here. Caitlin Jones resetting against McIntyre. Rejects the screen. This is Rowe. Around and off. Strong rebound, but they played well. On the interior, all the Wolverines grabbing some rebounds. And we get a foul going on Rolesville's Gabrielle Matthews. That will take us to our first break. Glad you're with us on a special Wednesday night of high school hoops. Wakefield and Rolesville, the two unbeaten in the next 6. Tight over the first 5 minutes of Q1. There's Nikita Warren and her Rolesville Rams. She's getting used to a lot of these TV games, used to the TV timeouts. State champion head coach for the Rams back in March. 9-8 lead for Wakefield as we resume the opening quarter here from Rolesville High School. Thanks for being with us tonight. But back and forth over the course of this one so far. Wakefield in the dark uniforms. And a three out of the corner is missed. Long rebound loose, squirts out to midcourt, and that is going to be, I believe, an over and back violation on Wakefield.
A long rebound, both teams flipping the ball, and Wakefield gained possession and came back to the other side. Good call.
Caitlin Jones delivers to the corner, and that three-pointer is missed by Cameron Lee. Offensive rebound, and again, like 2, 4, 6 hands are trying to get on the side of that basketball. It's been a couple of times forced already by Wakefield. And this one will go to the Wolverines. Nicole Ahmed, number 3 on the floor. Heaven Briggs is out there now for the Wolverines. Ellie Schaefer, number 24, has it. Now Bagwell. That looked like a walk to me. The jump stop just was not there by McIntyre. Came down alternating feet. If she comes down on both feet at the same time, that's a legal move. But right there, that little just hitch.
Rolesville using that zone defense as a layer. If you get past the first level, then another defender came up. That's what made it difficult to get through the driving lane.
Jones leaves it for Rowe. Tight quarters on that sideline. She's held. The foul on Wakefield. First on Briggs. Non-shooting. Jones, a tough pass to make right there, right over the top of about 18 or 20 fingers. Tipped out, stays with the Rams.
They were trying to get the ball into Matthews. Wakefield fronting her, making it difficult. You just have to have a perfect pass to get it into the post when that defender's in front.
This is Caitlin Jones thinks about it. Now she'll take it over Briggs and a hammer, a three. 7 points for Jones on the first three-pointer of the night by the Rams. Brought to you by Crossroads Ford of Fuquay Arena, the Ford store that gives you more.
She averages over 18 points per game. Good looking outside shot.
This is Bagwell, can't counter. Rebound tip right back to Bagwell. Minute and a half to go in the first quarter. Briggs into the corner. Schaefer, yes.
Smooth shot from the outside. She had 10 threes earlier on this season in one game against Enloe.
First for Schaefer off the bench quickly at the other end. There's Caitlin Jones. 9 of Rolesville's 13 points in the first quarter belong to number 5. Pace picking up. A tip away, a save. And Bagwell goes cross-court now to Briggs. 1 point game, big screen. Briggs, the reload. No good off the rim. And Briggs cannot tie up Kayla Bush. Jones on the move. Banks it home. All offensive elements are clicking right now for Caitlin Jones.
Well, she's taking over when she knocks down those outside shots. It clears open paths for her to drive, making it even easier when you have to stretch out the defense.
15-12 the lead for the Rams inside the last half minute of the opening quarter. Schaefer, is she feeling it? A little bit short. On the run, Jones the rebound, plays it ahead. Matthews, yes! And a big first quarter flourish, and Nikita Warren is pumped on the sideline for the Rams.
Those long rebounds have turned into transition opportunities.
Deep three at the horn off the rim. That is blocked, and that's the end of the opening quarter. And Nikita Warren is lighting it up on that bench for the Rolesville Rams. 17-12, we're done with 1. The defending champs up by 5. Riddle and Riddle High School Hoops presented by Crossroads Ford of Fuquay Arena. We're at Rolesville High School for a NAC 6 matchup. The 2 unbeatens remaining in the league. Duel tonight and duel again on Friday. There's Jason Lee, head coach for Wakefield. A couple of narrow leads in the opening quarter, but they open up down by 5. Wakefield 4-0 in conference play. Rolesville, the defending 4A state champs after they knocked out Charlotte Catholic, sitting 3-0. But Caitlin Jones, one of the top players the state, took over in the last couple of minutes of that first quarter. 11 points, and she attracts a foul here by Wakefield.
And for a Wakefield, you've got to find ways to double team her, get the ball out of her hands, force somebody else to beat you. She really turned it on. After the first couple minutes, her production started to pick up. She was aggressive, looking for her shot.
Foul charge against McIntyre. Across with that left hand, a driving effort by Murchison is missed. Offensive rebound grab by Lee. And the ball squirts out of bounds. It will stay with the Rams. Jones out front, a grab and go with some contact. Tough shot there, might have been blocked out of her hands. And we're going to get a jump ball, a tie-up. Alternating possession belongs to Wakefield. The aggressiveness of this game has certainly kind of swung Rolesville's direction.
Rolesville still staying in their zone defense.
Wakefield right now, a bit on its heels. This is Madison McIntyre trying to steady the ship here. McIntyre into the corner, open look three, very long. Rebound by Jones. Up the floor, Matthews, and a hard bank is good for Gabrielle Matthews. And the run continues for Rolesville. The lead is 7.
And Wakefield has to get back in transition defense. After misses, Rolesville doing a nice job, instructed to get the ball up quick, get out on the run. And they've been taking advantage of those opportunities.
Well, that was Matthews gambling right there, trying to jump the passing lane, picks up second foul. You don't mind the aggressiveness, but right there, they're probably not the right time to really go for a foul. Easy call to make. That's number 2 now on one of their top seniors.
Good job from Sydney Conti coming to the ball to close down the passing lane and to get that foul called.
So Matthews will head to the bench for Rolesville. Hamilton is back on the floor for the Wolverines. Suddenly down by 7 points. 8-0 run by the Rams. No look, Bagwell, short again. Rebound pinballs around. Look how quickly they get down the floor. This is Murchison. Another offensive rebound and a stick in by Cameron Lee. And Jason Lee may need a timeout here. His team's taking on some water. Down by 9. Quick out of the corner. That one is missed. Rebound in the Rams. And here comes Rolesville. And they are skiing downhill. Caitlin Jones with kickback. Back to Jones. Looking for a double-digit lead. Another board. That one rolls good from Bush. The lead is 11. Timeout, Wakefield. 12-0 run for the Rolesville Rams, and they are starting to pull away. Early stages, second quarter. The defending state champs leading Wakefield by 11. Tonight's Scholar Athlete is brought to you by Tatum and Atkinson. Injured in a car wreck? Call the heavy hitters. We'll have our Scholar Athlete of the Week coming up at halftime. Jay, what's led to this big run here by the Rolesville Rams?
It's the fast break opportunities, and Rolesville has been relentless on the boards and then turning those opportunities into easy buckets and then the offensive glass as well. So Wakefield, of course, you want knockdown shots to limit that, but they've got to get back in transition defense and then box out.
This is a 12-0 burst by the Rams. So out of the timeout, big offensive possession. They go back to Bagwell. She cans a 3.
That's how you slow down the pace. Knock down those 3, gain some momentum back, and then you've got to create turnovers on the defensive end. Bagwell being aggressive, trying to front there, get in the passing lane.
She is critical to this Wolverines team. That's her second foul.
Goes for the steal. Gets into the shoulder.
8-point game. Into the corner, back in it goes to Bush. Turn, lost the handle. Wolverines forced the turnover.
Nice block from Amen down low.
McIntyre. A long 2 for Amen is no good. Rebound tip, and Bush will get there. And quickly taps it ahead to Rowe. 23-15, Rolesville. Caitlin Jones into the teeth of the double team, and a little bit of extracurricular. Foul was whistled early. That will go against McIntyre. That's now 2 on her. So 2 on Bagwell, 2 on McIntyre. That is not a good sign for Wakefield.
Caitlin Jones' driving ability puts stress on you as a defender.
Non-shooting foul. Rams will dump it in. Rowe through some contact. And we get some inside position there by Kayla Bush, but an infraction on how she got there. Second foul on Bush.
And McIntyre boxing out down low. Nikita Warren looks on with her team. Right now, both coaches making substitutions, trying to stay fresh, also preserve the fouls.
So Bush to the bench, couple of fouls. Joining Matthews, who has a couple of fouls. Foul line jumper, short, long rebound grab by Wakefield and off glass. That one is nailed down by Nicole Amen. That's 5 straight out of the timeout by Wakefield, getting right back into it.
And then only a sophomore, she's a shooter. Good job staying patient as the board goes to her.
At 4.5 play, a little step back there by Murchison. Long skip, Caitlin Jones off the back iron. And we get a foul taken by Wakefield. It just seems like with every shot that is going up, we're getting an offensive rebound opportunity for the Rolesville Rams.
It's difficult to box out time after time, especially when you've got a Rams team that's just relentless on the boards. They just come at you in waves, but you have to find a body and have to stay low and be physical.
Now charge against Kate Benson. It's Caitlin Jones against surveying the floor. Likes her matchup here. Goes cross court. This is a 3, rimming off. Tip rebound. Hands on it by Lee, but she lost it. Wakefield basketball quickly up the floor. This is Benson. Nice look to the inside. Good ball fake. Shot missed, but McIntyre gets it back. Now a little scramble here defensively for the Rams. Kick to the sideline. Down by 6. Fadeaway Schaefer, yes! Second by Schaefer. Don't let her get hot. Crossroads forward, a Fuquay Arena 3. The Ford store that gives you more. 8 straight now by Wakefield out of the timeout. And an 11-point deficit down to 3.
And her shooting range is special. And that's what is their specialty, is shooting the long-range ball. And they can cut into a lead quickly.
Jones forced one, missed it. Wakefield the rebound, and a 3 can tie things up.
This is a difficult zone defense for Wakefield to decipher. They extend their pressure. They anticipate well, long arms getting in.
Here's Haman, left-handed shot blocked away. I think the block was clean. It might have been lower body by one of Lee's teammates. The free throw is coming for Wakefield. And the foul does go on Cameron Lee. That'll be her second. So 3 starters for the Rolesville Rams have 2 fouls. Lee, Matthews, and Bush.
And Wakefield was moving the ball on the perimeter, and then Amen saw the lane and took it.
One more coming for Nicole Amen. Original Grills. Call it your grill game. One more from the Original Grills free throw line. For the only sophomore on this Wakefield team, and Amen misses a pair. 23-20. Rolesville leading by 3. They led 23-12 about 2 minutes ago. Matthews back on the floor with 2 fouls on the baseline. Pass gets out front, open. And a bad miss there by Caitlin Jones. Offensive rebound yet again. This time Cameron Lee. That's about 7 or 8 offensive rebounds this first half. Schaefer, of course, another one for Allie Schaefer. Keeping the Wolverines in it. Down to 2. That's her 3rd 3 of this game.
She's on fire. And again, earlier this year against Enloe, she hit 10 threes in a ball game. So you've got to make sure you close out on her.
Matthews can't reply. Loose ball rebound out of bounds. It is Rolesville ball. Well, how about Allie Schaefer? Averaging 9 a game. You've seen her shooting ability for the last couple of years. Bush back to the bench with 2 fouls. These teams are too good, too well coached to see one team just blow it out. Double-digit lead is shrunk quickly for the Rams. Rowe lets her fly, misses a 3. Good box out that time by Conti. Guard number 24, because Schaefer wants the basketball. Opposite corner. McIntyre looking opposite her direction, drives, and an offensive foul on the screen. That's against Hamilton.
Rolesville defense doing a nice job as the pick and roll comes over, fighting through. There they get the call.
25-23, the Rolesville lead. Horn sounded after the basketball was put into place. The officials will square things up. Final 2 minutes of the first half. 25-23, Rolesville. And that's tipped. And the defense beginning to pick things up a little bit for the Wolverines, doing a much better job on the defensive glass. A reminder coming up at halftime, Air Experts Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. High School Hoops halftime report, first half highlights and more. Air Experts, schedule your tune-up today. YourAirExperts.com. And they're having a discussion, I believe, with the clock operator and whoever was squeezing the horn a moment ago. That confused the officials, who I think were ready to get play underway, and then we saw a late horn to maybe indicate a substitution that the officials didn't call for. Now it's all smoothed out. Caitlin Jones, she's been dry the last couple of possessions, and that'll change this. That was a darling finish by Caitlin Jones. Probably could have drawn a foul on it as well. Beautiful finish, 4-point game. And the officials are heading over to the bench here. Not sure what happened to the back end of the play here, Jay. We'll take a look. Again, these are two programs that have a lot of pride, a great deal of recent success. There's some fire below the surface between these two teams.
This is an amazing shot. I mean, just special.
I think that might have been what it was. A little extra talking there from Caitlin Jones after the finish. But no technicals were assigned. And we get back underway. 27-23. Rolesville by 4. McIntyre, good move. Shuffling out front. Works against Murchison. Boy, the crowd is now into it, aren't they? The ball has not left McIntyre's hands all the way to the hole. Shot partially blocked. Rebound by Murchison. Matthews. Rolesville looking to reclaim a half a dozen lead. One leg and jumper is knocked down by Jones. This time not joined at Wakefield. She sends some words to her student section. 29-23. Screen is there. Bagwell hemmed in. She's in trouble. Pressure on. She wants a timeout. And did she get it in time? I think she did, but Nikita Warren thrilled with that defensive effort by her Rams.
That was just excellent work, trapping her on the sideline. A good job from Bagwell, recognizing, hey, I've got a timeout. Let me call this, as the defensive pressure was on her. And Jason Lee now talking to his team, trying to gain some momentum back here as they go into the break. But here's the pressure right on the sideline, closing things off as Gabby Matthews applying it. And there's Bagwell using the timeout.
That is a great trap. It's a one-on-one with that sideline. The defensive pressure applied by Gabrielle Matthews, textbook. And then Lila Bagwell didn't panic. She had that internal clock counting, pirouetting on the toes of her feet and not touching the line and getting the timeout.
Really good job on both sides. Yeah. Bagwell reacting from the excellent defense.
There's a look at Lila Bagwell. Just one of two juniors on this Wakefield team. 42 seconds left in the half. Rolesville by 6. This will be a spot throw-in for Bagwell. The official saying you do not move from right here to Gabrielle Matthews. Instead, she'll jump. Pretty important possession here for the Wolverines. And a foul about 40 feet away from the hoop. Charge against the Rams. Not a foul you want to see Murchison take. Non-shooting though, but unnecessary. And Bagwell will throw, and this time Matthews is inches away from her. McIntyre. Conti rolling, takes the pass. That was blocked out of her hand. Bagwell grabs, banks it too strong. And here comes Murchison and the Rams. Up ahead, Jones leaning. Contact, missed it. Pinballs into the hands of Lee. She can't finish. One more time, Lee to the free throw line. That's the effort we've seen most of this half by Rolesville on the offensive glass.
And that's one of their strengths is after a shot is put up, they just come and they stay with it. There's Lee, couple rebounds, gets the foul to go to the line, but they just continue to battle.
And that is the third foul on Madison McIntyre of Wakefield. So a couple of free throws from the Original Grills free throw line. Original Grills, elevate your grill game. One more coming for Cameron Lee. .15 seconds left. Rolesville by 6. They led by 11 earlier in this quarter. Gave it almost all the way back and have rebuilt it, but they missed a couple of free throws here. And the last crack of this first half. McIntyre has it. Foul off the ball. This will go against Gabrielle Matthews. That's going to be her third. And that will also be a shooting foul now against the Rams.
But this could affect the second half in a big way.
Yeah.
With those 3 fouls, and 2 away from being out of the ballgame, still have a whole third and fourth quarter to go. So I think that's going to be something for both coaches they're going to have to manage.
And now instead of get back, a couple of free throws. Too strong in the first. There's Bush back on the floor with 3 fouls. Matthews departs with her third. So one more for Bagwell. Some missed opportunities from the line late in this first half on both sides. One of 2 for Bagwell. She has 6 points and a half. 5 seconds left. Jones in midcourt, weaving, heaves it off balance on a little bit wide. And the right distance trajectory a bit off. A 15-point first half for Caitlin Jones, and the defending state champs have a 5-point lead on the Wakefield Wolverines. 29-24 our score. Stay tuned. The Air Experts Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing High School Hoops halftime report is next. The defending state champs at the break, leading Wakefield by 5.
You're watching the Air Experts High School Hoops Halftime Report. Air Experts Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Schedule your tune-up today at yourairexperts.com. Tatum and Atkinson is proud to present the WRDC Sports High School Hoops Tatum and Atkinson Scholar Athlete of the Week. From Wakefield High School, the Tatum and Atkinson Scholar Athlete of the Week is Madison McIntyre. Madison attends North Wake College and Career Academy, is 3-time basketball All-Conference, is a Leadership Award recipient, and carries a 3.8 GPA. Madison is 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, received the Griffin Award and Certificate of Achievement in Sculpture and Ceramics, and is a member of the Volunteer Club. Madison volunteers for food markets, women's shelters, and community cleanup efforts. From Rolesville High School, the Tatum and Atkinson Scholar Athlete of the Week is Jariel Murchison. Jariel is basketball first-team All-Conference and third-team All-District, is a member of National Honor Society, and carries a 4.3 GPA. Jariel has scored over 1,000 points, is a member of Black Student Union and Student Government Association, and volunteers as a youth camp counselor.
This All-Star is now entered for a $3,000 scholarship at the end of the season. Congratulations to our Tatum and Atkinson Scholar Athlete of the Week.
Tatum and Atkinson. Injured in a wreck? Call the heavy hitters. You're watching the Air Experts High School Hoops Halftime Report. Air Experts Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Schedule your tune-up today at yourairexperts.com.
You are watching the Air Experts High School Hoops Halftime Report. Air Experts Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Schedule your tune-up today. You can do that at yourairexperts.com. Halftime score has Rolesville leading Wakefield 29-24. Senior star Caitlin Jones, 15 points for Rolesville, leading the way. So now as we come back to Rolesville, we take you across America for some high school basketball highlights from around the last week in the U.S.
Here are the best high school hoops plays from across the country.
Left wing whips it down the floor to Kinzer. One-handed jam. Jan Kinzer throws it down.
Cut off. Splits it up.
Nice
oh,
move.
my goodness.
Shots.
Look at it again. American Consolidated National.
Star player, one of the star players to watch as he goes up the middle. Isaiah Green. Look at the elevation for him to get that foul draw.
Just an amazing play from Green and the ability to hang in the air, but keep your foot.
Antonacci, stop, pop, three, why not? Count it! The freshman ties this game up.
Sancombe another three. Oh! 45 for Eli Sancombe!
Made two big threes this half. Drives to the bucket, and Jamal Jackson rejects him. Jamal Jackson lights up this gymnasium.
You're watching the Air Experts High School Hoops Halftime Report. Air Experts Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Schedule your tune-up today at yourairexperts.com.
All right, there you see the score, 29-24, Rolesville leading Wakefield. Part of the Air Experts Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing High School Hoops Halftime Report. Pat Pakitas, Jay Sohnholzer, and a lot of young fans enjoying the music and the halftime moments to themselves on the court. And Jay, pretty good first half. As we get to some highlights and stats out here on this first half, Caitlin Jones has not disappointed in this first half for Rolesville.
She took over, driving, getting to the rim, and her ability to finish and create those fast break opportunities and break down to defense has been her game. I think the offensive boards has really helped out Rolesville as well. But Jones, early on in the ball game, getting everybody involved, and then Patrick, she started to look for her shot.
And she finished the first half with 15 points. An 11-point lead was built by the Rams, and then we saw Allie Schaefer and Hamilton and company bring the Wolverines back. They cut it all the way down to 2. And they go into intermission trailing by 5. Jay, we'll get a look at some of the first half stats. And again, the offensive rebounds, kind of the big numbers just below the surface for the Rams.
I think that's been a big advantage for Rolesville, is their continuation on the glass. +8, Wakefield's got to do a better job boxing out in the Wakefield from the outside. 5 for 12 from the three-point line. That's got to be their area. They continue to knock down those shots.
2 unbeaten teams in the next 6. We'll head to the second half when we return. 29-24 Rolesville on top of Wakefield. Third quarter next. Both teams are unbeaten in conference play coming into tonight's game. Wakefield 4-0, Rolesville 3-0. We don't have Wakefield back on the floor yet. The 10 minutes expired, as did the 2-minute commercial break. They are just now coming onto the floor, and they're going to go dry from a halftime right onto the floor to begin the second half. I've never seen this before, Jay. I don't know if they got locked in their locker room or lost track of time, but they are just now coming from the locker room to the hallway to the courts in the biggest game of the year in the next 6. You watch.
And we're underway now.
They're going to make like their first 9 shots in the second half. You just watch. So here we go. Hope they're ready mentally. Rolesville up by 5, and a turnover is forced by the very well-rested Wakefield Wolverines. Bagwell, the interception of the pass. And let's see how this first shot looks for McIntyre and company. If so, this might be the new strategy for Jason Lee. Trailing by 5.
And Rolesville now coming out to play man-to-man, so switching up their defensive look.
Now they do need an extra shot or 2 at halftime after that first miss. 5-point lead for the Rams. Third quarter just underway. Cameron Lee with a couple of fouls on the floor. This is Caitlin Jones, 15 in the first half. Shaking is Jones, attacking 3 defenders, leaves it short. And just ripped away nicely by McIntyre, because the Rams have been owning the offensive glass in this game. Bounce pass through traffic down low, and that is dropped home.
Yeah, that's a really good job from McIntyre with the 3 fouls. You rip the ball, get the turnover, and then as a point guard, you find your open teammate in Hamilton.
7 points now for Hamilton. 3-point lead for the Rams. Murchison rolling, Lee bumped off balance, misses with the left hand, and there's Bagwell. And Bagwell up the floor. Nobody picked her up. This is dangerous. You can't leave her open like that. No defender picked up Lila Bagwell. Knocks down a Crossroads 4 to Fuquay Arena 3 to tie the game. And a timeout taken by Nikita Warren. 5-point halftime lead has evaporated. And a timeout from Rolesville. 29 all early stages, third quarter. Game is tied thanks to this three by Lila Bagwell, 29-29. So they've scored the first 5 of this second half. Not bad for a team that was not on the floor when the horn sounded at the end of the intermission. And I spoke with one of the officials, and he said they would have given a delay of game warning to Wakefield. They would have given them 1 more minute to get on the floor, then a delay of game warning, then perhaps a technical foul. So there were a couple of stages before a major penalty would have been felt by Wakefield coming out of halftime. But they've tied things up, and a driving layup through some contact.
And the response from Murchison, scholar athlete. She goes into the lane. Good job pulling up with the mid-range jumper.
31-29 Rams on the teardrop. Conti on the baseline. The equalizer, her first points of the night.
She's a college prospect. A good job from Conti, gliding into the lane, using her quickness.
Here's Murchison. McIntyre tipped it away. Rowe harassed. Good work on the inside by Allie Schaefer. And shooting for the lead of the Wolverines. Skim the rim, no. Rebound to the Rams, they want to run. Here's Jones. Up ahead, Matthews blew the layup. And that one is missed from short range by Rowe.
And Patrick, both teams have had runs in this ball game. And here we are, 31-31. And this is where we expected it to go now here to close out the rest of this third quarter and fourth quarter. The pace, foul trouble, and the turnover margins, what to watch for.
Bagwell takes the screen from Schaefer. Rotates around, shut off. Hamilton lost the handle, but escorted out of bounds. Last touch by Rolesville. There's Jason Lee, second-year head coach for the Wakefield women's program. 21 wins in his debut year. And Bagwell simply threw it right in the high arms of Rowe, behind the back, through the lane, held the pivot, got the pass back to Matthews. There is Lee, and that's going to count. There's the effort for the Rams.
Cameron Lee just keeps going, keeps attacking, jumping over, getting that board, and then there's the focus and the execution as she's getting boxed out, still keeps the ball high, puts it right back up.
Foul on Hamilton, her second. Back to the original Grills free throw line, knocked down by Lee. She has 9 points in the game. 3-point advantage now for the Rams, 34-31. Hamilton sets a screen for McIntyre, got away with a travel, I think. Possession still to the Wolverines. Off the sideline, high rimming miss on a three. Rams running, Jones. Nice little leaner in the lane. First point of the half for Jones.
She plays with pace, knows when to pull up.
And that is going to be a walk on Wakefield's Allie Schaefer.
And there's a different defensive look for Rolesville in the second half. They're playing man-to-man defense, extending their pressure. And there's a strong closeout from Jones.
5 straight by the Rams. They forced another turnover from Wakefield. And Meadow Thomas, number 11, is on the floor, I believe, for the first time tonight for Rolesville, wearing number 11. Oh, Jones, you can see her eyes are darting left, right, in front of her. Now she throws it away. Threw it behind the cutting of Thomas. Now a takeaway, and they throw down underneath, and the easy drop in for the fingertips of Rowe. 7 straight now by Rolesville. Quick three, Conti misses. Jones leaping high for the rebound, and now suddenly it's getting a little bit shaky here for Wakefield. Jones can't miss from short range. Misses from short range. Here's Conti hesitating. Bagwell got it back to McIntyre. This is an important possession for Wakefield. They have not looked poised over their last 3 or 4 possessions. Bagwell facing up. One-on-one against Lee. Challenge shot. Jones the rebound. Outlet Rowe ahead of the pack and chased down by Conti and blocked it out of bounds.
Excellent work from Conti, hustling back and timing this perfectly. Jones gets the ball quickly out on the run, and Conti giving her all to get back and swatting it out of bounds.
That could be a game-saving play for Sidney Conti in Wakefield. They were looking down 9 right down the barrel. And that block keeps it at 7. Rams basketball, 2:40 for the third. Looking to the inside, trying to find Bush on the post, and that went off the heel. Solid rebound there by Amen. 38-31 Rams. McIntyre's looked like much more of a distributor here in this second half for Wakefield. She can score. They need her.
I think for Wakefield, as a foul is called, I think you have to try to find a way to get Ali Schaefer going. She had three-pointers in the first half. She can get hot quickly. Try to give her looks coming off screens.
3 fouls now on Cameron Lee. Matthews also has 3. As Hayden Edwards, number 22, a sophomore for Rolesville, the only sophomore on the team. She's in for the first time tonight. So going deeper down the bench, Nikita Ward with some foul trouble. To 3 of her starters. Twisting shot, rims a little bit strong. Put back, no. McIntyre again. Jumps it out. Schaefer, yes, another one. Ali Schaefer's 4th of the night. Crossroads forward, a few Quaverina 3-pointer. And quickly at the other end, there's Matthews. 40-34, they're looking for Schaefer again. A little short this time. Jones shovels it. Murchison, no.
Good box out down low from Wakefield.
Minute and a half for the third. Now here's McIntyre. Good little fake on the baseline. Missed it. Got it back and has to bounce it to the perimeter. The line drive 3 missed. Offensive try and a third attempt on that possession. Finally go through. Bagwell the bucket.
And Rolesville, who's so relentless on the glass, they didn't box out, allowed Wakefield to crash the offensive glass.
4-point game coming up on 1 minute for the third. Edwards trying to post up on the inside against Amen. Jones, a hard pass to the block, and there is Kayla Bush.
She sliced through the defense and creates open opportunities for her teammates.
Well, they are looking for Schaefer around and just spins out of there. That would have made it a 3-point game and would have been her 5th. Jones working hard against Hamilton. A little bit wild into the paint, but draws the foul.
And Jones, with her quickness, she can break down a defender. Double team coming over, got through it to get to the line.
A couple of free throws for Caitlin Jones. She has not shot any free throws tonight. Original Grills free throws. Original Grills, elevate your grill game. 17 points tonight for Caitlin Jones. Averaging 18 a game. Came up huge in the opening half tonight. Seven-point lead, one more for Jones. One of 2. Again, these teams will match up again in 48 hours at Wakefield with the next 6 regular season conference title on the line. A little shove off with the weak side shoulder. Hamilton is small lead. The defender out of the way. Scores, and now a steal by McIntyre to the hole. 4 points in 5 seconds for Wakefield. It's a 3-point game, 8 seconds left in the third quarter. Jones, a no-look with 3. This will count if it goes. No. And that will not go. And we're at the end of 3. And a lightning bolt strikes in the final 10 seconds for Wakefield. A bucket, a steal, a layup. It's a 3-point game. Anybody's contest for the next 6th conference lead. Fourth quarter from Rolesville coming up. And ready for the fourth quarter. Next 6th game of the year, 43-40, Rolesville leading. Both teams unbeaten. That is some kind of mural for the Rolesville Rams. There's a plaque in the lower right-hand corner of that mural on the wall. I'm guessing it was a class dedication. That is some type of artwork on the wall here in Rolesville. There it is, class gift from a senior class in 2017. How about Susan?
Good job, Susan.
Amazing bit of legacy here in Rolesville. Wakefield right back in with what happened that final 10 seconds of the third quarter.
Defense turning up the pressure leads to offense, and 1 more quarter to go. 3-point lead for Rolesville.
Soft little bounce pass. And a steal by the Rams. Ball still spinning around, and bodies are on the deck. Cade Benson in there to help maybe tie things up along with Bagwell. And there's Caitlin Jones forcing the turnover.
When Wakefield's seen a deficit, it just seems like Jason Lee and his team, with their toughness and their ability to execute, has found a way to get the ball game back even. And for Nikita Warren, got to find a way to gain this momentum back, especially here the first couple minutes of the fourth quarter.
Well, Jason Lee hung his head after that turnover right in front of him to begin the fourth quarter. There's another turnover going the other way. Hamilton the steal. Throws back in the trailer, and a man didn't have the angle. Now they're looking at the corner. This is for the tie. Short. Off the fingers of Cade Benson. And it's out of bounds, and it will go the other way. Missed opportunity there for the Wolverines.
Good job from Rolesville, hustling back on defense and forcing the 3-point shot.
Pressure in the backcourt now by Wakefield. A little defensive switch here. And they're harassing Matthews. Almost dribbled, ran right past it. Bagwell, a little bigger size on Caitlin Jones here. Jones the blow-by, though, and that is going to be a travel, I believe. Yes, it is. Turnover on Caitlin Jones in Rolesville.
Wakefield's throwing different defenders at Jones to try to slow her down. She's had a huge night. That's what you've got to do to just limit her opportunities, get fresh bodies on her and be physical.
Schaefer back on the floor for Wakefield. She's made 4 threes. Benson just departed. Schaefer comes to the pass. Wolverines down by 3. Hamilton saves it. Hamilton works on Bush. McIntyre comes to it. Patient set here by Wakefield, trailing by 3. McIntyre, great perimeter defense out there by Murchison. Now we do get a foul, which will go against Rolesville.
That was great defense for the majority of the possession. And McIntyre, with an angle, gets into the body to get the foul.
Second on Murchison. 43-40, Rolesville. Neither team has scored in this fourth quarter. Bagwell, the running handoff. Ahmed whips it in deep. There's contact, and free throws coming for Wakefield. Nice little fine, curling down to the block was Hamilton.
A beautiful entry pass as Hamilton comes across the pick from Ali Schaefer. Get the entry pass down low for the free throw opportunities.
Third foul on Bush. 2 free throws from the original Grills free throw line. That one rims in. Elevate your grill game. And 1 more free throw coming up for Hamilton. She is into double figures with 10. Bush leaves with 3 fouls. It's a 1-point game. Wakefield trailed by as many as 11 at 23-12 early in the second quarter. Timeout by Nikita Warren. 6:20 remaining, fourth quarter. Stick around. Biggest game of the conference, at least for tonight. Well, a bigger one 2 nights from now. Rolesville hanging on to a 1-point lead. Well, there's Nikita Warren. Her team won the state title last year at 4A. First state title in school history at any sport. She's kind of urging her team to stay focused here, defending the home floor. But it's hustle. Rolesville mainly has been in front most of the way tonight. But Wakefield is a pest right now. They're just not going away.
And for Nikita Warren, her team has played in many classic games with Jason Lee. Both these teams, very talented, best coaches, and it's a high-level game going down to the wire.
Yeah, they have some serious foul trouble. Not on their star. Caitlin Jones has no fouls, but the supporting cast, almost all of them have 3. Jones is number 5, works on Bagwell and draws the foul on Lila. That will be the 3rd on Bagwell. It's the first time we've really seen the Rams try to spread out the floor and get like a little ISO look here for number 5.
Well, Nikita Warren using that timeout, Patrick, I think a great time as Wakefield was going on a run to bring her team over to the sideline and set up their offensive set.
Rowe skips it, Murchison. Defender falls, down the lane, contact with Lee. Basket will not count, foul occurred prior to that. Foul on Wakefield. First on Nicole Ament.
Murchison breaking down the defense and keeping her eyes up, finding Lee.
Both teams 2 fouls in this 4th quarter. So back at the original Grills free throw line, elevate your grill game. Lee is 1 of 3 from the line and misses another. Lee is out there with 3 fouls. Matthews and Bush have 3 fouls apiece. Matthews is on the floor. Bush remains on the bench. And 2 misses. And Wakefield can shoot for the lead. They've only led a couple of times in this one. Trailed by as many as 11. McIntyre. Bagwell out of the corner. They reverse. Whistle as the 3 was released. As we have foul on Rolesville.
Rolesville switching back to the zone defense. So first half, zone, 3rd quarter, man-to-man. Now back to the zone for Nikita Warren and her team.
And Lee picks up the foul. That's her 4th, and she heads to the bench now for Rolesville. Kayla Bush is now back in with 3. We're going to see a lot of rotating for Nikita Warren to protect her players in deep foul trouble now.
And Lee's been fantastic tonight, so try to buy some time so she goes back to her.
For the lead, yes, out of the corner. Bagwell knocks down the 3, and Wakefield, 11 points down in the 2nd quarter, takes the lead. We get a foul against Bagwell, and that's going to be her 4th. And here's the three by Bagwell, her third of the night.
And ball movement, nice job. McIntyre goes to Schaefer, goes over to Bagwell on the corner. The Rams not able to extend in time, and now 4 fouls for Bagwell. She'll have to go to the sideline. Conti comes back into the ball game.
Now it'll be kind of critical moments on when these coaches put back their key players on the floor with those 4 fouls. And there's a foul out front taken by McIntyre. That should be her 4th. That is a major foul on McIntyre. And again, these last couple of fouls taken by Wakefield, you don't want to take fouls out of midcourt like we saw Bagwell and now McIntyre do.
And now for Rolesville, McIntyre is going to stay in the game. You want to continue to give the ball to Jones and let her drive and pick up number 5.
And that is also the last non-shooting foul for Wakefield, so Rolesville will be shooting free throws the rest of the way. Rolesville still has 1 more to go. 5 minutes left in the 4th quarter. The 2 unbeatens in the next 6. And we get a 5-second violation. Caitlin Jones turned it over. It was McIntyre out there defending with 4 fouls. Really wasn't playing that tight a defense, and Jones just kind of took it for granted.
They're just staying in front of her as Jones was reading the floor and trying to see if she's going to pass or drive. But McIntyre just moving her feet, shadowing her, and gets the call.
It's a big unforced error on Caitlin Jones. Wakefield by 2 and in possession, shooting for their biggest lead of the game. Hamilton spinning, tough shot with the right, no good. And Bush clears the rebound. And Hamilton slow to get up to 5-on-4 for Rolesville. Tight rope in the end line, but stepping on the red line was Matthews. And it's the other way, and right to the sideline, and out toward the doors goes Hamilton. She went down in that shot attempt. She's favoring that right foot. And she's in some pretty good pain. And they will take her out into the hallway. So we get back underway. Substitute on the floor. Amen is back in for Wakefield. McIntyre on the floor with 4 fouls. Bagwell on the floor with 4 fouls. Bagwell driving. Jumps it to the corner. Schaefer, yes! 5th of the game from Allie Schaefer. Wakefield by 5, a steal. And the Wolverines up by 5, and we get a timeout called. 11 points down early 2nd quarter. Wakefield has arisen from the ashes. And Allie Schaefer with this dagger, her 5th 3 of the night.
And they continue to find her out on that corner. She's locked in right in front of the Wakefield bench, and a good timeout. Jason Lee feels the momentum on his side, brings his team over. Everybody kind of take their breath, make sure everybody stays fresh with the foul trouble here. And what a job moving the basketball on the perimeter, finding their hot shooter.
And now let's go back and see what happened with Hamilton on that right foot a moment ago, Jay.
And Hamilton's playing so hard, and you see the twist and so much pain. She's a great player, and that's a big loss. And she went over to the sidelines, went out into the hallway, unknown on her return.
Let's just hope that's a sprain. That's a non-contact landing by Hamilton. Defender was nowhere nearby, did not cause that injury. Let's hope she's all right. How about the Wolverines now? Suddenly up 5 on the road against the defending state champs.
For Nikita Warren, I think her team has to attack with the foul trouble, try to break down this defense for the Wolverines and get the 5th foul on McIntyre or Bagwell.
4:13 left, ton of time. Hamilton still being treated in the hallway. She has not yet returned to the bench, but Allie Schaefer with 5 3-pointers. And now after the turnover, it's right back to Wakefield. And now for McIntyre, yeah, you can mothball this a little bit. Just take some time on each possession offensively. They play through the high post. Conti, shoulder fake. And back to McIntyre. They have Jones guarding Schaefer. Amen. Looking. And taking about 30 seconds off the clock here, leading by 5. Bagwell fakes a handoff, doesn't have the angle. And right back to Bagwell. Bagwell with a little bit of seam, kicks Schaefer. Conti back to McIntyre. This is about a 1-minute possession here for Wakefield. And Nikita Warren's defense, I mean, they're chasing, unable to force a turnover.
Wakefield moving the ball well, not stagnant, and it's making it difficult for Rolesville with their pressure extended.
Look at this space, finding the same McIntyre for the foul. So much space over that entire offensive set. And McIntyre right now, she's feeling a little bit of cramp action kick in. Pulling on the front of her toes, massaging the back of her calves. Yeah, right there.
And the challenge for an offense is maintaining the ball and not turning it over. And Wakefield, masterful, moving it on the perimeter, and that's what allowed that open lane. As Rolesville's defense had to extend, they wasted a minute and then resulted in a line opportunity.
I mean, that is about a 1-minute and 30-second possession that ends without a turnover, ends with free throws and 1 point. 49-43, quickly the other way, Murchison. Oh, that's a big three from Murchison. Her first of the night. 3-point game. Crossroads for Dubuque-Waverina, three-pointer from Murchison. 49-46, Wakefield.
That's just a huge response coming back quickly from Murchison. And now on the defensive end, this man-to-man defense, the pressure's extending.
McIntyre fighting through some light cramps, gets the bucket and the foul. The lead back to 5 for Wakefield.
McIntyre with those cramps, continuing to fight on. Look to the outside like she's going to pass. Goes back inside with the and one.
Foul on Meadow Thomas. 5-point game. Oh, she is still working that calf. She's one step away from collapsing here because of the cramps are in the neighborhood. But she's fighting through. Makes the free throw, 3-point play. And a timeout. What a great timeout by Jason Lee. There's the step, and down she goes. She needs some liquids, and they need her back on the floor, and they're going to use the timeout here to try and give her enough time to get some liquids coursing through that body here. 52-46, Wakefield.
I think both coaches have used their timeouts so wisely tonight. Whether that's to bring everybody over and give them a rest, whether that's to slow down a run, impeccable timing and good job by Jason Lee giving one of his stars an opportunity to rest, recover, and for Nikita Warren and her team right now. Well, there's still plenty of time. They play up tempo. They've got to respond.
There's some challenging going on inside that Rolesville huddle right now because the Rams have not been in this predicament very much the last couple of years. How do they get out of it?
I think the biggest thing is on the defensive end when Wakefield has the ball, they've got to create turnovers because Wakefield is using the clock, and then they've been able to execute when they're wearing down time on a possession. And for Rolesville, you don't have to shoot the three. I just think on offense, continue to attack, play with your game plan all night, going quickly towards the hoop to try to break down a defense. And there's Hamilton back on the sideline.
You see her back. And there is McIntyre working through the cramp, so she's back on the floor. Hamilton back on the bench. She will not come back in, at least not now. We don't know if she's able to come back before this game's over. She's putting a little bit of weight on that foot. Rolesville ball, down by 6, 2.5 to go. Skip pass, a fake by Murchison, who just made a three. Caitlin Jones driving in, hooks into the corner. And the defense recovering for the Wolverines. Lee into the corner. Murchison, a little short, and it's off of the leg of Matthews. It's Wakefield ball. Oh, and the Wolverines beginning to believe on that sideline.
Wakefield playing good defense, and now there's going to be pressure. Rolesville going to sell out to try to create a turnover.
They get it in, Bagwell. 2:10 for regulation. Wolverines trail by 3 to begin this quarter. But remember, they scored the 4 points in the last 10 seconds of that third quarter. It's into the backcourt, it's tipped, so no violation. McIntyre comes to a three-quarter court. Hard move against Meadows, who falls over. McIntyre blows by, lost the handle though. Turned it over. Caitlin Jones up ahead. Matthews gets the bucket. 4-point game. Fans to their feet. 52-48 Wakefield. Hard dribble and a foul in the sideline on Rolesville.
And I think for Wakefield, of course, take advantage of an opportunity if it's there, and they're going to go to the line. But right now, the clock and the ability to wind this game down and use it, it's been their strength. I mean, they've been composed.
How about that right there? Jason Lee, he saw Hamilton helping McIntyre get a little bit of treatment before this free throw, and he says, hey, are you okay? And she says, yes. He said, you're going in. So it looks like Hamilton is going to be subbed onto the floor here, probably after this first free throw taken by Bagwell. And now the officials looking to the scores table. And yeah, here comes Hamilton right now. So Conti is out, and Hamilton is back in after turning that ankle a couple minutes ago. So Bagwell at the original girls free throw line. It's the first. She has 15 quiet points in this one. She has 15. Schaefer 15. Hamilton 11. Talk about the balanced scoring on this Wakefield team at the outset of the broadcast. Bagwell makes it both. This would be a statement win for Wakefield, but they would not have any time to bask in it. They play the same team on Friday at home. Three-pointer, long. Rebound, McIntyre. 6-point lead for Wakefield. This has been a 13-point swap since the final 10 seconds of the third quarter. Wakefield trailed by 7. They now lead by 6 with a minute to go in regulation.
I think for Rosa, you've got a foul.
And they do finally take it. First foul charge to Caitlin Jones tonight. Bagwell's going right back to the foul line.
Wakefield's possessions, Patrick. They've used time. They've stayed patient, composed. They haven't turned the ball over, and it's resulted in driving opportunities or getting the line.
This is now a 19-5 run from the final 10 seconds of that third quarter. Again, where they got a layup, a quick steal, another bucket right before the end of the third quarter. And that has ignited this Wakefield team. The lead is now 8. Inside a minute. Caitlin Jones needs to be magical. Turns it over, though. Wakefield has it. And nothing but offensive players down the floor, and it's thrown away, though. And Wakefield's Hamilton. Oh, that was a 4-on-0. Jason Lee saying, use your head. We don't need more points. But a freebie here to the Rams, trailing by 8. Murchison gets it to Lee. Jones throws to the corner, save, but it lands on the sideline. Turnover, Rolesville. And the Wolverines can sense it now.
I think a lot of credit for Wakefield's defense just closing down driving lanes. Rolesville trying to find a crack, an opportunity to get to the hoop, and it just hasn't been there.
Foul on Rolesville. More free throws coming for the Wakefield Wolverines, who are 31 seconds away from being in control of their own destiny to win the regular season NAC 6 title. That look by McIntyre.
And with McIntyre, Bagwell, Patrick, they've been playing with 4 fouls and maintaining their defense without getting that 5th. It's been huge.
Nikita Warren, the sideline, hands on her hips. She cannot believe what she has witnessed over the last 8 minutes. This is now a 22-5 run by Wakefield on the road through the final quarter against the defending state champs. Down the lane, scooped it in, bucket for Matthews. Clock, though, continues to run. The final 10 seconds as Wakefield gets it in, leading by 8. And we'll see if Rolesville takes one more foul. They will. 5 seconds left. And not a big contingent of Wakefield Wolverine fans, but they're going to be loud here in Rolesville in about 5 seconds.
Well, on the road against the defending state champion. And this game is a huge test for both teams and for Wakefield. The opportunity to get a victory, move forward in the NAC 6 race. This is a huge confidence boost.
And the celebration may last for as long as it takes the police escort to get Wakefield back to campus. And then it will end because these teams will meet again on Friday nights. 10-point lead. It will wind up being a 20-7 game-ending run for Wakefield. And the Wolverines beat the reigning state champs on the road. From 11 points down to a 10-point win. Final score, Wakefield 60, Rolesville 50.
Well, just an amazing game. Both teams competed so hard. And the level of play, the level of coaching in this game is at the highest levels. And can't wait to watch these two go throughout the rest of the season. It's going to be a special season for both sides. And for Wakefield, this is a huge win on the road.
Well, the Wolverines close on a 24-7 run, and they will celebrate in the home of the state champion Rams. Trophy ceremony when we return to Rolesville. Well, this may be one of the biggest women's basketball wins in the history of Wakefield High School. They come on the road and beat the defending state champ Rolesville Rams 60-50. Jay Sohnhalter is with the winning head coach of the Wolverines, Jason Lee. Jay?
Coach, on the defending state champions' home floor, your team showed so much fight throughout this game, especially in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, man, I mean, we've been battling every day in practice. We battle every day in workouts all season, everything, and these girls did amazing, man. These girls worked so hard, and this is a game they've been waiting for since last year, so I give it all to them, man. They work hard as anything, man. They go so hard, man. I love y'all so much, man.
And your defensive effort tonight, slowing down their offense, was huge. And then the ability on offense to share the basketball, you could see that unselfish attitude was contagious.
Yeah, no, I mean, I harp on it a lot. We have 12 girls, and we go deep. We play deep in the first quarter. We'll go deep in the fourth, and they're very unselfish. Anybody can have a big night on our team, and tonight it just happened to be everybody. And defensively, I mean, that's a great team. We did good defensively. We had a game plan, and they executed it, especially the halftime game plan. We had to make adjustments, and they executed it all perfectly.
Yeah, and Coach Rolesville was ahead at the break. You guys actually coming out late, using the most of that opportunity with the time. Did you guys know how much time was left, and what adjustments did you make? Because you guys turned it on.
I got something for you ladies. And this way you said we come out of halftime late. What's the most important part of the game? First 3 minutes of the second half is the most important part of the game, and that's something we get on every day. That first 3 minutes of the second half, we got to go. We got to go.
Well, you and the team took over in that third quarter and then never looked back. This is a huge win. What does this win do for your confidence moving forward?
Let us know. No matter who's in front of us, no matter where they're at, we can beat anybody. I think we're one of the best teams in the state, and these girls can beat anybody they put in front of us.
Coach, congratulations on the win. A huge victory. Your team deserved this one.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Here's your high school hoops trophy.
Celebration begins at the end. Wakefield takes on Rolesville less than 48 hours from now. Can they do it again? They'll be on their home floor on Friday. All of us like to take a minute to thank the wonderful folks at Riddle & Riddle who make these games possible for you viewers at home. We would also like to thank our other great supporters for their contributions of high school hoops on WRDC Sports. They are Crossroads Ford of Fuquay Arena, Air Experts Heating, Cooling and Plumbing, Original Grills, and Tatum & Atkinson. We'd also like to thank tonight's participating high schools and their administrators for their continued support. Wakefield High and right here at Rolesville High School. Join us coming up this Friday on the men's side. The Clayton Comets take on the Garner Trojans. We'll see you Friday night. Big statement win for the Wakefield Wolverines. They knock off the defending state champion Rolesville Rams 60-50. For Jay and our entire crew, Patrick Keene is saying so long from Rolesville. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Good night, everybody.
boots first hit these streets, had to scratch and claw